In the heart of an ancient, whispering forest, where the once lush greenery has given way to the somber, twisted underbrush, a solitary, narrow trail snakes through the darkness. It's a path seldom walked, choked by the creeping vines of shadows, a path that must be brave to break free from the spiritual paralysis caused by a toxic narcissist's chokehold. With each measured step, a silent vow is etched into the earth, a testament to the awakening of a spirit that refuses to wither, mirroring the resilience of a dormant seed that yearns for the caress of the sun's first light. This odyssey, woven with trials and revelations, unfurls across 8 pivotal stages, each a milestone that marks a poignant return to a state of grace and vitality. Today we will journey through the 8 crucial stages that illuminate this shadowed path, each step a chapter in the quest for recovery. The first stage, recognition and acknowledgement. Like the sudden clarity when lightning cleaves the night sky, the realization of toxicity illuminates the truth. The forest's tangled roots are the entwined patterns of narcissistic behavior that have disrupted the soil of your spiritual well-being. You begin to see the invasive species, each manipulation, every gaslighting glimmer, the false suns of their promises that have choked out the light. In the quiet aftermath of the storm, the landscape of your heart is littered with the debris of betrayal, confusion, and pain. Acceptance does not arrive as a friend, but as a necessary stranger. It asks you to look upon the wounded terrain and recognize the deep furrows in need of healing, a sacred ground calling for spiritual tending. Second stage, separation and detachment. It's a deliberate carving out of a sacred space, a clearing in the dense woodland of your life, where the shadow of the narcissist no longer darkens the ground. Like drawing a protective circle or inscribing runes of old, you establish boundaries firm as oak roots, removing their presence, and with it, the blight on your space, allowing light and life to return. Transitioning from the physical, you begin the delicate task of emotional detachment. It is akin to untangling the knotted vines that have wound themselves around your heart. With careful resolve, you peel away the tendrils of dependency and reclaim the solitary oak's strength, setting boundaries as unyielding as the tree's ancient bark to safeguard the burgeoning peace of your innermost self. The deepest cleanse comes in the form of spiritual disentanglement. This is where you release the unseen yet profoundly felt ties that have bound you to another's toxic spirit. It is a ceremony of release, a cleansing of your aura, as ritualistic as the ancient practices of purifying sacred spaces. Your spirit, like a stream once dammed, now courses free, clear of the debris of the past, flowing toward the promise of a rejuvenated life, untouched by the shadow that once loomed so large. Third stage, self-reflection and inner work. Here, in the quietude among ancient trees, you begin to contemplate your own role and behaviors within the shadows of the relationship. It's a quiet pond of reflection, where you learn from the past without allowing the cold fingers of blame to muddy the waters. The process of healing the inner self unfolds like the slow bloom of a night flower. It's a journey of self-compassion, where each act of forgiveness is a petal unfurling, revealing the heart's true capacity for renewal. Here, in the forest's embrace, you engage in activities that nurture tranquility, balance, and the return to a soul at peace with itself. Spiritual practices become the roots through which you draw nourishment. Whether it's the stillness of meditation, the whispered hopes in prayer, or other sacred rituals, each is a step on the path that leads back to your essence. For those who seek it, spiritual guidance stands as the ancient oak in the midst of saplings, ready to share the wisdom of the ages. Fourth stage, rebuilding self-identity. It's a time of reaffirming self-worth, where positive affirmations are the sun rays breaking through the canopy, touching the ground where you stand. Here, you rediscover the values and beliefs that form the core of your being, often overshadowed but never destroyed, now basking in the light, ready to flourish. With the foundation of your worth re-established, you begin to set new goals. They are the seeds you plant in the rich soil of your regained identity, each with the potential to grow into a manifestation of your aspirations. Crafting a plan to nurture these seeds becomes your map, the compass by which you navigate the unexplored terrains of your spiritual landscape, each step a stride towards a future where your soul's aspirations bloom into reality. Fifth stage, seeking support. Here, the wisdom of others becomes a guiding light. Professional help stands like a lighthouse, therapy and counseling serving as beams that cut through the fog of emotional and spiritual tumult. The consideration of support groups is akin to finding a constellation in the night sky, a navigation tool made up of individuals who reflect back the light of shared experiences. In the thicket of healing, the warm presence of community and relationships offers a clearing of solace. Reconnecting with supportive friends and family is like basking in a sunlit glade, each ray a bond that warms and strengthens you. The quest for a community aligned with your spiritual values is a journey to a sacred grove, where every tree is a different story, yet all roots are entwined in the common soil of understanding. Sixth stage, reintegration and empowerment. This is the stage where the lessons learned are not merely carried, but worn like armor. Insights gained from the past become the tools with which you sculpt your future, informing relationships and decisions like a compass steering you clear of rocky shores. In reclaiming power and control, you find yourself standing in a clearing of your own making, a place where the sense of agency roots deeply into the earth beneath your feet. Your choices, each a deliberate stroke, paint the canvas of your life with broad, confident strokes, affirming your spiritual autonomy. Here, in this empowered state, you are the architect of your destiny, building a structure resilient and true to the soul's blueprint. Seventh stage, growth and transformation. This stage is marked by the vibrant greenery of personal development, where the commitment to continual self-improvement and spiritual maturation is akin to the nurturing of a garden, each new insight a seed that blossoms into wisdom. Transcendence emerges like the sunrise on this landscape, a radiant dawn that signifies moving beyond the confines of past experiences. It imbues you with a renewed sense of purpose, lighting up the horizon of your being, with hues of understanding that cast long, healing shadows over the scars of yesteryear. The spirit of altruism flowers in this fertile ground, allowing you to become a beacon for others. Your journey, with its valleys and peaks, becomes a guiding narrative. In helping others navigate their own dark woods, you extend a hand that is both a guide and a testament to the power of shared strength. Finally, the eighth path loops back to a place of ongoing maintenance and self-care. It's an eternal garden where the continuous tending to spiritual practices ensures that the landscape of your soul remains vibrant and alive. These routines become the water and sunlight that keep the internal flora healthy and strong. Within this garden blooms the flower of self-care rituals. Prioritizing such activities nourishes the body and spirit equally, their roots intertwining to form a sturdy base from which your well-being flourishes. And surrounding this place of growth is the vigilant hedge of boundary management. It's a living barrier, one that requires regular care to keep it robust against potential toxic intrusions. Within this protected space, your awareness acts as the vigilant gardener, keeping the lines clear and the sanctity of your soul's domain inviolate. Here, in the harmonious balance of growth and care, the cycle of spiritual well-being perpetuates, resilient, beautiful, and ever-enduring. Recovery is a spiral path, not a straight line, and recognizing this is to accept that revisiting stages is not a regression, but a part of the healing. Like the phases of the moon, your journey waxes and wanes, ebbing back over familiar terrain with new wisdom each time. Take the time to celebrate the milestones of recovery. Each step, each moment of struggle and release has carved you into the spiritual being you are today, more whole, aware, and vibrantly alive. Hold this truth close as you continue on your path, for the road goes ever on, and with each twist and turn you carry the light of your victories, the wisdom of your experiences, and the promise of endless horizons.